Hey, YouTube family, this is Bob, the Lantern Guy, calling in from downtown Thousand Oaks. How's everybody doing? We're out here cruising around down beautiful Sunday afternoons, pushing about 90 degrees. We are at the StageCoach Inn Museum out here, borderline Newbury Park in Thousand Oaks. Ran across a gentleman here that knows what this is and would like to let him speak for a couple minutes and go ahead and tell my family out here what's going on.
All right, well, this is a California mud wagon. It's and non-replica. This is an original from the 1880s. This was the primary mode of transportation for people in California. Compared to the coach next to it, which is a replica of a Concorde coach, you can see that the wheels are significantly closer together. On top of that, the California mud wagon cost an average of $500 compared to the $1,500 for the Concorde coach. They used to fit 12 people inside one of these coaches, either of them, and typically charge upwards of $20 for a ride from Gilroy to Los Angeles. Before there were lawyers in the Old West, they would put 12 people up on top of the coaches, along with one person up front riding shotgun. So if you were transporting 13 people up from Gilroy to Los Angeles for $20 each, you're looking at, $260. But you have to factor in that one of the highest paid people in the Old West was the stage driver. The stage driver was one of the most respected, hardest working people, and they wouldn't work the entire shift. On a 58-hour non-stop trip from Gilroy to Los Angeles, he would switch stage drivers upwards of 10 to 18 times. They would only run one run each. The Concorde coach, this is a replica of it. This was made for the movies in the 1950s. But the only difference between the movie ones and the non-movie ones is the ones for the movies had carpeting, which was mostly for the actors and aesthetics, I guess.
How many people can this hold?
This would fit 12 people.
And how would they fit in there?
You would put 3 people on each of these benches, and then you would jam 2 more benches in right here and here, so you'd have 3, 6, 9, 12.
And did this unit here haul gold?
This one would hypothetically haul gold. This is a model, a replica of what the Wells Fargo Concorde coaches would be.
Okay, the gold would go what?
The gold would go right here, and you would have somebody riding shotgun, keeping the shotgun there, so all the gold would be easily herded away. That didn't stop a lot of bandits, and many bandits got off without firing a shot. One of the most famous, of course, being Black Bart.
Black Bart, huh?
Black Bart, the famous, turns out to be Charles Earl Bowles, I think. I am probably wrong, and if you're on YouTube, they'll tell me. But he was a very polite poet. Well, at least he wrote 2 poems, and he handed them to people. And he had a gun, he covered his face, and he would say in a very polite English accent, "Give me all your gold," and they would, and he did that 12 times. There was also a man, Charles Bowles, in San Francisco, who posed as a wealthy banker who checked on his mining operations every couple of weeks, but when he was checking on his mining operations, he was going north and robbing stage lines. You saw the pictures right here. This was a picture between Santa Barbara and Ventura, the Rincon Pass. This is the same place that flooded in December after the awful mudslides. But
So that's the Rincon Pass, huh?
Before the people who built the freeway took a bunch of dynamite, you had to actually go onto the beach, and during high tide, this is what it would look like.
Wow.
So you would either have to wait for low tide and slowly trek across, or risk life and limb and go into the water. This would often lead to broken wagon wheels and unfortunately injuries to horses sometimes. So a lot of veterinarians and wagon wheel repairmen in Ventura and Santa Barbara did very well.
Okay, this picture up here, the guy coming down off, this looks like it's fall. Where's that at?
This is, we're not quite sure where it is, but it's just a romanticization. I assume that it's
Mountain Canyon. Where's Mountain Canyon at?
I think it's a generic one. I'm not quite sure. I'd have to look it up.
Okay.
I don't know the whole story behind that one. I didn't even know who the actual painter was until recently.
That does look pretty cool.
Oh, it's very romantic.
Well, thank you very much, sir, for helping us out a little bit doing a video today. And this is Bob the Lantern Guy out here in Thousand Oaks. Amen.